Wellness and oneness. Salute to everyone out there. Welcome. Glad you came through right now. I appreciate the time. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to go into this. We're going to have a 5-minute intro, get people in the room, or just get people associated, get around to, wherever you are, being comfortable as possible. And this is going to be kind of a heavy topic, but we'll try to make it as light as possible. Great commentary, very informative. Let's go.
That once we were brought here, we were robbed of our name, robbed of our language. We lost our religion, our culture, our God. And many of us, by the way we act, we even lost our mind.
Welcome to the Sunspot. Speakers bump a whole lot. Omega Sun's light, turn the fire when it gets hot. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Wealth Chamber, future vibe. 7 Seas life for the living in city, tribe, essence, and ancestral aura of preparedness. Wellness and oneness, may you awaken with awareness. May you awaken with awareness.
So blessed. Yeah. Wake up, another day, thank the creator. Last night was real, today's gonna be greater. Brainstorming, pondering ways to get my cake up. It's all about the money, but don't let the money make you. Just keep scraping the plate up. Don't cater to a hater, stay out of sight and mind, sometimes cross the equator. I'm reminiscing back to the day my mama died, or when they took my nigga Boo to life, homicide. We done see some good times, time to laugh, time to cry. How would you wanna be remembered when it's time to die? Who do you believe in? If the book of Malachi, do some soul searching, no really, do you qualify? No man alive can cast the first stone. Try to get under my skin cause it's closet full of bones. I endure the pressure, stress, I feel prone. So now I take a diamond everywhere that I roam. I'm so blessed, yeah, I'm so blessed.
All right. Wellness and oneness, everybody. Just getting the feeling back, getting the motion going on. You know what I'm saying? So we can carry on ahead, push forward. I am True Omega Sun. Welcome to the Sunspot, where we curate, create content for awareness. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what we stand by. That's what we stick with. And if you catch the last post that I showed, this is going to be a small series dedicated to the hate you give little infants, F-U-C-K's, everybody. This is what Tupac Amaru Shakur, Machiavelli was stating and was really adamant about, before he left this earth. You know what I'm saying? And not just to put the celebration of his life out there because his birthday just passed on the 16th. You know what I'm saying? But also to bring that spirit back. And you see that in a few artists. Of course, we've seen it in a few artists that have connected with us throughout the years. And, it's very important now because the words of those artists actually reflect themselves in the lives of the people as they move forward. One line he said in the song was, you got money for war, but can't, feed the poor, which was, very profound at its base, very profound at its base. And it, it's an indictment against those that do have and what they're willing to do, you know what I'm saying, to keep what they have so much that, the youth go without. And I say in particular the youth, because that's what it's, that's what's, a bigger part of the trauma and the change of the time is facing. That's who it's on. That's the challenge that these young people have, not only to try to advance themselves to a point of innovation and a new way of living and things of that nature, but also they have to, put themselves in a stride of saying, what we had in the past was great, and now we suffer from the ailments and the wrongdoings of the past to try to make what we have, at least count or be equivalent to what, what we need in our lives. Like they looking for fulfillment, and a lot of the information that is out there, they're like, getting bits and pieces of. They're not getting a whole story. It depends on their circle, of course, and the guidance that's given to them. But we're going to go into a video real quick to let the brother Pac explain what Thug Life is.
L-I-F-E, the hate you gave little infant, U-C-K, everybody. Meaning, what you feed us as seeds grows and blows up in your face. That's Thug.
One more time. One more time. Come on now. Get with it. Get with it one more time. There we go.
G-L-I-F-E, the hate you gave little infant, U-C-K, everybody. Meaning, what you feed us as seeds grows and blows up in your face. That's Thug.
That's Thug Life. Just in case you didn't know what it was before, you needed to get a new check, a new state of awareness about what that was really about. People thought it was just about banging here and there and trying to facilitate a life of degradation and crime and all this stuff. Like it was so much more to it. He would mention Natasha Harding, the young sister that got shot in the Korean store during the LA riots. He mentioned Yummy Sandiford, which was really controversial, especially in the community that it all happened in, and like the raising of a young man that, was just violent, coming from a broken home. And he always talked about, speaking up for those people that didn't have a voice. And we ponder, like, who's doing that these days, right now? as there's conflict in places like Russia and Ukraine, places like Israel and Gaza, places like the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, so many places. Shoot, Philadelphia, Chicago, California, New York, Detroit, a place near you, who's willing to speak and grow a collection of people to say, no, this is not right. We need change. We need better. And a lot of the stuff, as you see on the screen, if you're out watching at home or on your phone, shadow banning, which is a big thing when it comes to stories like this and topics like this. A lot of stuff they don't want to come out or be shared, or there's people that will come through and infiltrate the discussion and the conversation. And we have to be able to watch that. Guard your energy as always and raise the vibration. Move on, move forward. And this like I said, it's heavy, but it's not too much where you can't pick up and move the conversation into your own circles. I hope you understand that. Then there's the media blackouts, the coverage that you don't see, the things that you don't hear. You have to go to certain places in order to receive this information. And even then, as always, you got to be able to scrutinize it, at a high level. You know what I'm saying? It's the modern warfare. I call it dubfare because, the wordplay nowadays is kind of iffy, and it's traumatic effects. Like this not going to go unseen. It's not going to go unheard. These trials, tribulations, the atrocities. There's young people. They want just a normal life. Sometimes it's hard enough trying to figure out where they fit in their family, in their own social circles, and now they have this bigger cloud right over them in terms of how do I deal with the society at large, still do my homework, and play with friends that I might not see tomorrow. Missiles launched to and fro, and not all of them explode. Not all of them explode. Sometimes just the sight of seeing something that's, there and it's a dud, but it could be still active. In America, we usually say that people say first world country, and there's a lot of protections and liberties that are afforded to a large grouping, and it's a lovely thing. Saying it's guarded, but at the same time, there have been things that transpired to make the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent, even complicit. And that shouldn't go unaddressed. When it goes unaddressed, all of us fail. That's why I feel this is the time to speak for the youth. The youth want to speak. They're looking for people to speak through. You have a platform. You can do it. Spread the message. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So you get the effects of modern warfare, the consequences. I remember watching, what was it? Superman movie. And Batman is in the, I would say Bruce Wayne. And this is the DC movie that came out a while ago, Man of Steel. And they're laying waste. Him and General Zod or whatever, laying waste to the city at the same time that, it's good and evil in the air, right? But there's all these innocent people that feel the effects of this battle. Buildings collapsing, emergency vehicles being thrown around, and the emergency service is being exhausted. And a kid is like standing there in awe and shock, and shock with this dust cloud behind them, about to get squashed. I guess it was a car or something. Bruce Wayne coming out of nowhere, saving one. Saved it. It was a girl, I think it was. That stuff goes on now. Look, when you got people that get upset or whatever they're going through and decide to try to shoot at somebody in the middle of a residential area, first of all, and I would say all disrespect intended, I'll say that you're dealing with a coward. Why? Because there's innocent people around, like people in your family. You understand? That don't have anything to do with none of the mess, none of the garbage, but are susceptible to getting, just the sound of the gunshot is a traumatic experience. So imagine getting hit, imagine the running, the trampling, the adrenaline, is just pumping. You're also exhausting emergency services that could go to somebody that really need it. And all this causes a bruised ego. But this is the cycle that has manifested. Because it's also what was given out to them. The hate you gave these little infants, or the little infant mentality that never got a chance to grow up. And now this person's an adult with a weapon. It screws everybody. Let me share with you another video real quick of Pac talking about that. And I mention him because, the brother was pivotal in what his ideas was. He was also president of the new Black Panther Party, which was revolutionaries just don't get paid. And you say, why are you calling them a revolutionary? Because there was an oppressive system that was unequally promoting rights and liberties to a group of people. And the group of people decide to say no. Treat me as I treat you, with respect. That's all that's asked. That's what makes it revolutionary. Treat me as you would treat yourself. And allow me the liberty to live a productive life. That's what's going on right now. And the children feel the effects. Let's go. Add this up.
There's a bad part because the kids see that and they mimic him. That's the part I haven't figured out yet. But the positive side is the kids who live in a household where the mother is a crackhead or whatever, and he hears the rap, he's like, oh, that's an everyday thing for them. So I don't have to feel ashamed. It cuts both ways. To me, it's like, when I say I live the thug life, baby, I'm hopeless. One person might hear that and just like the way it sounds, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing it for the kid that really lives a thug life and feels like it's hopeless. So when I say hopeless, and when I say when I say it like that, it's like I reach him. You understand? And even if when I reach him, it makes it look glorious to the guy that doesn't live that life. I can't help it. It's a fad, He'll drop the thug life soon enough. But for the person that I was trying to reach, he'll pick it up, and I'll be able to talk to him again.
Salute to that. That's what it was all about. And being able to pick up the conversation with somebody that goes through that. Shout out to the block, I'm saying? If you like hip hop, hard ass music. You can't play the music too much, but if you like hip hop stories and other topics that are involved with music, go there, theblockweapon.com. But for the most part, what the brother was saying was right. You want to be able to pick up this conversation with people because they know the effect. It relates to them. Let me get some music out there that people can relate to, first of all. Then if you see me in my music, if you see me in my art, if you see me in my work pattern, because as adults or people that are responsible, we have to live the example out. so people can see what it means, or how to move and prosper, or just to to live satisfactory, and try to do for your family. Since I'm doing that, I could be able to pick up the conversation in an honest way, and then you can feel my passion, and you can feel where I'm coming from, and change the reality. Another thing the brother said is, one day I may not be the person, but I might be the one to spark the mind of the one that can start the revolution, or start the change that is to come. And all it is for the have-nots to be appreciated, and get something out of this, because they get the most exploited. The working poor is a thing. The working poor, and many of us feel it. And look, we got to be honest with this, man. Because if people were really making it the way they wanted to make it, there are some good people, that they get what they need. They get what they actually deserve, and that's a hard task. Nobody wants to deal with deserve and stuff like that. At least get what you earn, right? On a righteous level, where you're not feeling exploited, where the value is put in with your effort. At least that. There are people that work hard, man, extremely hard, and just get the shells, the not even enough. They have to do 2 or 3 other jobs, or take upon 4 different locations at one time, 16 to 18 hours. But people also, and a lot of us are guilty of this, we live over our means. Live over our means. And this is why this is important. Even this picture right here. Young kids just want to play in the middle of chaos. That's all they see. Just a little place to play that they know won't get touched. Like, share and comment if you can. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's going on. Let's move on. If anybody ever seen the movie Beast with No Nation, starring Idris Elba, there's a brilliant movie that came on Netflix, and it showed the state of child war, child soldiers. And I'm gonna be respectful, and what they had to go through, and you have these charismatic big men, leading the charge. But what happens to that child? The child in itself has to get rid of itself and live this image, this character, in order to survive. The character that's, like Pac said, hopeless. My means of moving on to the next level is the savagery that I produce. There's many people in the neighborhoods in different areas of the U.S. that feel and do the same thing. It's a state of hopelessness. Now, of course, we'll step back and say there's a lot of things that they're able to do. There's a lot of a quality of life that exists that is different, but you've also been lied to. And when a person feels lied to, they figure that there's nothing else to lose. The trust is not there. So, you telling me this to maybe keep me docile. Not only that, the wealth gap gets bigger, the educational gaps get bigger, which means access that used to be readily available is now without, not within reach anymore. These are factors, that affect the next one's coming up. make their challenges even more difficult. And that's not fair. Of course, some of these images are triggering. Nobody wants to, you know, really put that out there. And like I said, there was a lot of other stuff that I actually wanted to put out, but of course, part of the shadow banning and part of media blackouts is that you control the information. One way to do that is to buy images in bulk. Yeah, we on to that. Buy images in bulk and make them licensable. Because when you do that, anybody that try to use the image, you can hit them up. So we do our best to put our best foot forward, and just a little glimpse of things, and give a complete narrative, not something that's on one side or the other. You do the judging right here. You know what I'm saying? This one I like a lot. Awaken, Arise, and the youth will, they'll get it right. They get it right with proper guidance. Get it right with the correct information, not just one side of things. Correct information, due diligence, research. It's important to understand what happened in the past in order to build what you have now, so you can prepare for the future. And to say that children are the future and really feel it like that, you got to be able to give them something. That's the process. Or to be left in the cold. And the cold is not necessarily a weather circumstance. It's not a climate. Cold in the mentality, cold in the heart. Left without hope. Left without guidance, protection. So what do you expect somebody that has that mindset after that? They say screw everybody. And not so much that, they want to harm anybody or themselves. But their ways inside the world is going to be so rigid. So you don't expect anything. You don't work for, the feeling of anymore or any enlightenment. Enlightenment is the last thing on your plate. And over here, we like to deal with, frequencies and, spiritual awakenings and, balancing yourself, your lower self and higher self, and economic empowerment. But before you do all that, you got to be able to survive. You got to be able to survive. And that's what's on the minds of these children right now. Survival, peer acceptance in the social atmosphere, success, whatever that is, whatever that looks like in the social construct. Then I can move forward, get something going. I'm going to take a brief, I want you to really feel what's going on there. There's a song right now called The Shepherd's Theory from this poetic group called Second to Last, right? I love this song. This and War with Bob Marley is a great combination, but I'm not going to play Bob Marley's War. Everywhere there's war, and until the philosophies. When Bob Marley did that, he took the speech of Marcus Garvey and boom, put the musicianship on it. Shouts to that. We got to clap for that, man. That's creativity. Let's go with this one. Let me see if you like this one. The name of the group, Second to Last. You're not going to find this anywhere on the readily available streams or whatever like that. This is so, eclectic. It's like, it's so down, you're not going to find it anywhere. Trust and believe. But if you do, you're gonna enjoy the whole album. I trust and trust and believe that. Second to last.
It's one shepherd's theory. You're gonna have to believe it. Sheep have faith. Wolves are insatiable. Shepherds die young. We try and we try and we try. Sheep are born blind. Shepherds are born into light. Wolves can't help their nature. Wolves are necessary. We come in faith to tend the fold. We come in faith to tend the fold.
Yes.
Walk down, stay true, love your own dog. Nobody scared of that wolf run. Come on, my bullets, and my people, and my soldiers. Wolves can spot a shepherd years away. Shepherds recognize shepherds between before and forever. Sheep can't tell the difference. Struggle to survive. Some wolves live as sheep. Few sheep have shepherd potential. Sheep will knowingly allow themselves to be led by wolves. Sheep commit suicide. Shepherds never sacrifice their sheep. Meek and mild, it is said that sheep will inherit the earth. Who will inherit heaven? There is room in hell. We come we come in to tend the fold.
Oh man, it's beautiful. There's more to it. There's more to it, but I'm not going that far. Google it, get the track, get the album, stuff like that. But what is being said in there? About the relationships people have: wolf, shepherd, sheep. You ain't mentioned the cattle dog or whatever, but I mean the sheep dog, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? All these characters out here. And depending on, what your mindset is, you're a follower, chances are you're a sheep. But then there's the black sheep. That's not so much a follower, but still follows. It's still, it's still in its pocket of being able to being able to follow, but it's distinct from the rest of the group. Then you got the shepherd that's here to protect the sheep. The sheep may or may not know that, but depending on what type of shepherd you have, depending on what type of shepherd you have, depends on how many sheep get lost, killed by wolves. You know what I'm saying? Stolen. it's that song right there is something so important. You know what I'm saying? That right there is so important. But let's move on. For those that don't know about the cobalt mines in the Congo, which 75%, what is it, 70% of the minerals that are used in today's electronics comes from this area. They have children there in the mines, and going into the quarries and getting this minerals with minor degrees of radiation, sometimes medium degrees of radiation, but enough that can poison the people that touch this stuff for $1 to $3 a day. A day. There's also 1 million Congolese people displaced from their original homes, original places of birth, and that they're not getting the right emergency services. They're not getting food, so their nutrition is off. They're not getting enough aid. This is a serious thing. So when people are moving around, and they're being demonized for, leaving these hot areas of high conflict, what do you say? What do you say? How do you think they feel? It doesn't even matter to you. That's what it really gets to. Doesn't even matter to you, which is interesting because the end result is that so somebody's going to have to help out. These people deserve life just like anybody else, and even if it's not an entitlement to the resources, you leave people alone long enough, they'll figure it out. That's the beauty of the human mind in the brain that is healthy enough to correct itself. Okay, because, of course, there's some people that they're not going to be able to do that. Depending on the biology and a lot of other things, a lot of other factors. But for those that can, and they have the heart enough to help out, they can change the world. And the power of change in the world is with the youth, as always. The children. And I still feel, I'm an older guy, you know what I'm saying? And the whole purpose of life is to get old. Yet, the youthfulness that a person may feel is a thing that comes from the heart and from good nature. Because you want to see things grow. And it's not to be taken for granted, man. If you want to live a good life, that's what it is. Let's go into this next video I prepared for ya. And this is going to be a little touching. This is triggering right here, man. So I want to make sure that you're aware that this could be a little close to the heart. Don't understand what this person is saying. What I'm going to do is try to get to the subtitles as best as my ability can, and hopefully you can resonate with at least the passion of what this person is saying. And I want you to look around in the crowd. Now, mind you, I wanted to get, and I was close to it, but like I said, some of these things are licensed a certain way, and you can't get in touch with the people that have the license. And the I would say the free imagery doesn't do enough service to bringing the point home. There's media cleansing, there's media blackout, and it's rough. It's rough, especially if you're willing to help out or if you're willing to donate. You got to be, aware of scams, aware of, certain data getting out that can be used for, nefarious uses. Look the word up. You got to be, cognizant of all that. And it's ill. Let's go.
Watu wanaisha sana, ona damu yapata na mangika. Chisaketi iko peke anaikala nafasi, mlazima situko naisha, tutoke sake tukimbie, ona nzi watu wanakufa damu yapata.
If you can see that you're really done. There's not enough. Not enough room. What can you do? Oh, let me just pause this a little bit. All right, look. This is rough, man. Get this off of there, right there. Okay. This is rough. This is heavy. Because you're saying that, we're done. We've tried talking. We've tried diplomacy. Tried to even fight it out. And they're at a crossroad right now. Tired. People get tired, man. Hold on. Let me get this right. Get right. Pretending as they continue to kill us, we run away from sake. Look now how the people, we will keep mourning. We are really done. they want to take us, they should just come. We don't care anymore. We don't care no more. We have lost. We cannot keep on dying like this. No. And of course, the caption on the top is, are we less human? What do we have to do for the world to realize that we are in pain? The hate you give little infants. F-U-C-K is everybody. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, thank you for your time. Thank you for, just hearing this out. I had to get it off my chest. Everybody has a platform, a purpose, to their reality. So things that they can respond to, right? Things that they can initiate. And, where you put your energy is yours. I'm not going to chastise anybody. It's like people say, you get it how you live and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool and all that, But at the same time, if getting how you live impedes the progress, spiritual, mental, psychological, financial, emotional progress of someone else, in reality, it's not good in nature, man. It's not good in nature. It's not good, what I'm saying, in the transference of what we do here in humanity. Got the picture, I got to switch that up a little bit, of the 4 black girls in Birmingham. Didn't get a chance to, see what a dream was about. Didn't get a chance to experience the blossoming, being a teenager, going into early adulthood. Didn't get a chance to, see the world change. In the church, among men that would say that, they were godly somehow. We have to be careful. You have to be careful. Okay. I guess that's it. That's it for me right now. Trust and believe the next couple are going to be more lighthearted, more entertaining, because that's what everybody likes, entertaining, right in your face, jokes, laughter, yeah. What's the other part of this verse that Pac was saying? True, isn't the song Changes is very important. I gotta say that. So, salute to Tupac with the changes. I love that song right there as well. It's one of those popular Pac songs when people talk about, what's your favorite, Tupac song, whatever, because it went right to the meat and potatoes of what was going on in society, seen it clearly, kind of like how Marvin Gaye did What's Going On. Yeah. Kind of like how Donny Hathaway did Someday We'll All Be Free. Yeah. Louis Armstrong. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. All of that. But this is my commentary, what I'm saying? This is my story that I collected a little bit, it'll progress. Like I said, we're gonna dive into a couple more things, economics, and then, relationships. Maybe I'll merge the two and just keep it pushing. But talk to the youth around your area. Do your best. Get to, Get to what they think their purpose is, if they have one. Even if they have one, ask them, what's driving you to, to a goal you want to have. Do you have a goal? Do you have anything you're passionate about? Let's make moves to make that happen. A lot of this is because they weren't talked to. Nobody approached them in a way that was sincere enough for them to, let it out. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But you can change that next few minutes. So let's put all the electronics to the side real quick and let's have a nice heart-to-heart conversation. And let's see if we're able to invest in your cause. Because that's another thing too. People go all over the place. But are we able to invest in what that youth sees in their reality? Not your reality, we done our part. And we still progress and do what we need to do, of course. That's another end story. As long as you got breath in your body, you can make something happen. It's going to take a little bit more dedication, might take a little more work, a little more focus, a little more elbow grease. It might just take you to sit down, figure it out, and then create your plan. Whatever it is, you still up. You still got some energy in your body. You still can make it work. Do it your way. Do it your way. As long as you don't impede the progress of the next person, you're on course. All right? Super salute to you and yours. Hope you're doing well. Keep your mind, body, and soul in full effect. And that's the course. That's the course we on. Get this right so we can get the nice outro. Yeah, we still rolling. What the hell? Yo. Get the nice outro, we rolling. Salute.